I support our military veterans. Now, what does that exactly mean? Let's go beyond the scope of what people talk about on social media as if their opinions actually matter. I believe in this. This is my opinion, therefore it's real. No, just because we say we support something doesn't mean anything unless there's action to back it up, right? We all know the very old saying, actions speak louder than words. So what can we actually do to support our military? From what I can understand, anytime we can financially support our veterans, support their business, give them job opportunities, that's one of the best things we can do. So for example, and it just so happens I'm wearing this t-shirt today as I was thinking about this idea, so I thought, well, I gotta combine these two ideas. So this brand here, Grunt Style, at the gym I go to in Tennessee every morning, 6 days a week, this is like the official brand of t-shirts I've noticed in our gym. Like, we don't talk about it, but like when you go there at the 5:30 a.m. shift every day and you're working out with these people that you may never even talk to, you kind of glance at what their shirt says on the front. And that's what this Grunt Style brand does. They have funny little sayings like this, slightly above average. See, that's funny. It's like, is it bragging? Almost. It's just funny. And a lot of them are that way. But yes, this brand is ran by military veterans. And I know that when you buy one of these shirts, that's where the money's going. And another thing, I've got this right here in front of me, but my wife and I support this as well. The Wounded Warrior Project, these calendars that we have, that we support them financially for people who fought in the military and have lost limbs or been burned, etc., from them serving in one of the wars. Now, with that being said, I want to say this too. If you have the option to spend money at a store that's ran by a veteran, I know in Tennessee where they have a sticker that says this is a business ran by a military veteran. When you learn that, you especially can support that business because it is the free market and it's ultimately your decision who you support. Now, granted, I don't think I have to come out and say this, but I'm going to. I think anyone who has the discipline it took to be in the military in regards to running a business, they're probably going to do a pretty good job of it because they're probably more disciplined than the rest of us. So I keep an eye out for that, and we do our best to support those businesses specifically. Now, in closing, here's another thing that comes to mind about this. For me, I've been able to separate the difference between the human beings fighting in our wars, fighting for our military, versus our government's agenda and where they send those soldiers. I mean, I recently watched the series Turning Point on Netflix. I very much appreciated what I learned from that. I mean, you can see multiple interviews of people who fought in Afghanistan, ultimately inspired by seeing the Twin Towers fall and thought, I want to do my part, so they enlist in the military. They get over there in the desert with a rifle and think, so how is this connected to that? What's my purpose? And even them, the people above them don't really have direction on what they're doing there either. So, and that's not the first time we've seen that in American history. So ultimately, do we need to agree with what our government is doing overseas in these political actions? Do we have to agree with that? No. What I do agree, what I do support is, once they come back, especially to the United States, and what can we do to help get them back into a normal life setting? What can we do to help them, especially get back on their feet? And anything we can do to financially support is going to do that. So yes, buying a t-shirt, supporting those businesses, giving some money every month to help Wounded Warrior and things like that. Those are things we can actually do. So to be clear, when I say that I support our military veterans, it's not just something on Facebook. I support and then wave a flag. No, like that doesn't mean anything. Our opinions mean nothing. What matters is what we do to actually help those human beings. Do you agree with me? I'd like to talk about this more. The comment section is right here.